Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be talking about, as you can see in the title, we're going to be talking about my manager and how he harassed me and stuff. And we're going to go into deep detail. But first, if you don't know me already, hi, my name's Shelby. Nice to meet you. I do story times and I can pop up a few right here. What's your name? Oh, that's a beautiful name. I love it. But first, before we start the video, we're gonna read something from this beautiful guy. If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it is with your mouth that you profess your faith and are saved. As scripture I'm struggling already says anymore, who believes in him will never be put to shame, for there is no difference between Jew and Gentile. The same Lord is Lord of all, and richly blessed all who call on him. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. And Romans 10:9-15. Yeah, just wanted to get a little holy before we start this video. So my manager came up to me and he was telling me what I had to do that night, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was just doing my job, and then I came back up there and I was laughing because Sarah tagged me in something and we were learning about it's like sex facts, weird things that people do, but and it's not like you wouldn't think it was sexual to me. And there's this thing where there's this plastic and you put it over your body, and the only thing that you can breathe out of is your nose hole, and it sucks the air out, so it's pushing you down, and there's flowers all over the girl. So I thought that was cool, and I showed him that, and I don't know if that made him think he could talk to me the way he did, because I just thought it looks pretty, it looked like art to me. He comes up to me and stuff, and he's like, oh, tell me about how many guys you've been with, and I had guy friends and everything, and we would always talk about stuff like this, but we known each other longer, so I didn't know if it was inappropriate or not, if that makes sense. A couple days before that, we were in the office, and he was asking me oh, you're not single and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I just don't find anybody that I like. And he's like, oh, well, if you like somebody, then what you do to find somebody that you like is if you want to do stuff with them. And I'm not gonna use the exact word he said because it's inappropriate. This whole video is gonna be inappropriate, but yeah, so that was awkward, and I was huh. But I'm 20 now, so I didn't know if that's how adults talk to each other. I wasn't sure. And when I told my therapist about this, she was like, oh no, that's not how guys, you shouldn't talk to your employees that way. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's a no. You're not supposed to do that, so don't do that. And if you're in this situation, tell someone. But me being too nice and not knowing anything and being under a rock my entire life, not knowing, I just brush it off oh, this is normal. I kept telling myself this is normal, even though it made me feel uncomfortable, but I was like, you know what, it's normal. So yeah, and that's when after that happened, when I just told you, yeah, he was following me around and asking me these weird questions, and then he's like, oh, if there wasn't cameras around, you know what we would do and stuff. And I was like, what? And then he's like, ha ha ha, and then he would walk away, and I was like, what? I was walking up to the gas station, and I was texting my friend Sarah wasn't awake, so normally I like to talk on the phone with Sarah while I walk there, because it is in my neighborhood, but I don't want to die. And I was like, and my manager was already texting me and stuff, and I was like, I'll just tell him, because gotta tell somebody. And my other friend Amy wasn't awake, so I couldn't text her, so it's just him. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm walking to the gas station to get stuff. And he's like, oh, you shouldn't be walking out there by yourself and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I do it all the time. And it's true, I do it all the time. As I'm walking and stuff, I have my pepper spray on me, a car pulls up to me, I'm like, today's the day I die. And I look at the car, and guess who it is? It's him. He pulled up in his car because he lives in my neighborhood. And he's like, oh, I'll take you to the gas station. I'm like, no, it's fine. And he's like, oh, no, it's fine. I don't want one of my employees getting kidnapped. And I'm over here like, you'll kidnap me. No, it's fine. Honestly. He's like, no, get in the car. And I feel like, you know, like in those movies, when you watch these movies and they're like, girl or guy is kidnapped and being held hostage, and then the like person that's like hostaging them, the bad guy, is like, do this, and then they're like, I have to do this or else he's gonna shoot me. That's how I felt. But he wasn't gonna shoot me. Like, I just felt that vibe where like, I was like, I have to do this because he's gonna be like angry or something. And then he needed a ride home, so I told him my grandpa could take him home. And then like he was like, grab my arm, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to grab your arm. He's like, it's slippery, because he wanted to like walk to the store because my work's right next to the store. I was like, no, it's fine, I don't have to touch you to walk over ice. He's like, do it, kind of like how he did with the car thing. So I grabbed his arm, but I was like very far away because I felt awkward. So we get into the store. He's like, oh, you didn't bring a coat or anything? I'm like, yeah, no, because my grandpa was supposed to be outside. And he's like, oh, okay, well, you can just use mine. I'm like, no, it's fine, honestly, you don't have to do that. Like, he'll be out here in a few seconds, and it's not even cold in here, you know? He's like, here, just take it. So I took it. I died inside because it smelled like him, and I wanted to die more, and I was like, I hate my life right now. Why do you do this to me? You know? So I put it on, and then we walk out to the car, and then, I hurry up and I like throw his coat at him, and like I'm like, take it back kind of thing. And then we take him home, and I was like, thank God. And like, I am too nice. I need to stop being nice. I need to stop. I try really hard not to be nice, but it's like really hard for me. It's like my DNA, like it is part of me. I am one with the niceness, and I need to stop. I'm trying really hard not to be nice. I hate people all the time. It's hard. But, yeah, so that was really annoying and grossed me out a lot. And then I go home, and I'm like, I want to die. And I call Sarah, I'm like, Sarah, guess what happened? And I told her. Yeah, I don't know, he just like talked dirty to me all the time at work, and it was gross. And then finally, like, most recently, I was blowing up the balloons, and this is the only time he did anything physical, anything on purpose that I know of, if it was even on purpose. I don't know if it was on purpose or not. You can decide for yourself if you think it was on purpose. But I was blowing up the balloons and stuff, and he walks over to me, and with the back of his hand he like grazes my butt and like touches my butt for a good 2 seconds. So if you're like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, that's how long it lasted. I could feel it, and I was, oh. I looked at him because I knew he knew. Yeah, let me do this. I knew he knew. He touched my butt, and it made me feel awkward. Because he looks back and he's smiling, and he's like, sorry. And I'm over here like, why did you do that? Freaking pervert. And like, I don't know, it would have been nice if he was just like a guy friend and not perverted and gross and weird and nasty and stuff. Because he's like a cool dude, but like, you know, at the same time, he's not that cool either though, because he has bad anger issues. And it's like, grow up, you are 30 years old. And then like, he also like threatened one of the girls that he was like gonna beat her up, and she's 19. And I was like, bro, what the hell's wrong with you? You're 30 years old, you freaking sicko. I don't know, I hate him. He like hit it on another girl at work. Well, that's my story. I'm sorry that I rambled most of it, I feel like. I was just trying to do it in order, but I just couldn't figure it out. It's just so much. So much. I feel like Sarah could tell you it better, because like I like documented every single thing to her. But yeah. Alright, I love you guys. Peace. Senpai.